Hey, what's going on, everyone? Ryan again with RPK Customs. This is a request video for the replica Graflex that I have for sale on my Facebook and Instagram pages. So this video is just going to be me going over the build, everything I've done. So this is a replica Graflex from the Graflex shop. This was their very first run, their pre-order run back in 2017. The clamp has been updated because if you guys remember, their first 2017 run had some stamping issues in the lines of the clamp and in the, I believe it was the E and the X in the Graflex stamping. So I have updated the clamp. This is still a Graflex shop clamp. So the entire unit is still all from the Graflex shop, and that includes the second red button. Now, as for the rest of the build, I used Sloth Furnace clamp card, Wanawanga replica T-Tracks. The Cobalt D-Ring, I'm not sure the maker on this. It could be a really old Wanawanga D-Ring. It could be from the Graflex shop, or I'm sorry, not the Graflex shop, the Custom Saber shop. I've just had this sitting around in a drawer for a while, and I thought it'd be nice to use on this build because I like how the D-ring has imprinted here on the Cobalt, kind of like you see in the Wampa Cave scene. The rivets are my custom rivets that I machine. So I guess I'll open her up and we'll take a look on the inside. Now, I installed this with CFX. So there's your CFX right there. And I tried to make this build as clean as possible. I didn't really want any visible wires showing. The only wires that you can really see are the two wires that go down to the speaker, but I have wrapped those in heat shrink so they are not exposed. Here is your 18650 removable battery. I've marked the positive down in there just for a visual reminder. This was going to be a saber that I kept in my personal collection. I wasn't really planning on selling this, but I have, I think, 7 Graflex at the moment, and it's starting to get out of hand. I think I have a problem. I got to get rid of a couple of these. The chassis is a KR Eco chassis. And originally, these KR Eco chassis take a, I think it was a 31 millimeter bass speaker. I originally had a 31 millimeter installed in this, and that only lasted about a day before the speaker blew out. I'm not sure what the problem was. Maybe I just got a lemon. But I had a 28 millimeter speaker on hand already. So I made a little chassis to fit inside of the of this chassis that would fit the 28 millimeter speaker, and then I sealed everything with a little bit of E6000. So the speaker is still removable; it's not permanent. If you've worked with E6000 before, it kind of dries like hot glue. It's still a little gummy, so you can just cut that out of there, and it's easily replaceable. But the KR or the Smuggler's Outpost 28 millimeter bass speaker is a lot more crisp than the 31 millimeter speaker. And like I said, this was going to stay in my personal collection. So the wonkiness of this speaker didn't really bother me at all, especially since this is a little bit louder. So I think I'm going to reassemble everything. Actually, first, let me put a battery in it so you can see what it looks like without a blade in it fired up. So positive, negative. Positive goes down. Got the ESB sound font on there from Kyberphonic. So this is a 2-button setup. Your activation is going to be the red button on top, and your auxiliary is the red button on the bottom. I chose not to go with clamp card activation just because I am not a massive fan of clamp card activation. It's just a little bit finicky. So I chose to go with the red buttons on this. So you can hear it's nice and loud.
Destroy you. Your destiny lies with me, Skywalker.
Not sure if you'll be able to see, but the sound venting is coming from under the Cobalt here. So it's all invisible. I do not have a blade plug for this one. I did make one for the A New Hope. If you would like me to make one, I can. It just won't have a NeoPixel setup in there. I think the one that I made for A New Hope was the last NeoPixel connector that I had. So I will turn the camera off, throw a blade in, and come back and show you what it looks like fired up. See you in a second. All right, so your blade retention is going to be this screw right here. I really like this saber. I hate to see it go, but like I said, I have way too many Graflex in my collection, and I need to get rid of a couple of them. All right, so there she is with the blade in. Turn the light off so you guys can see a little better. All right.
Much, young one. Make me destroy you. Never join you! If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Unfortunately, I can't swing this around too much because my office is pretty small. But you guys can get the idea. I also have a color changing profile. All right. So I think that's about it. If you have any further questions, just shoot me a message, let me know. But I will get the video posted and get this sent to you. You see your NeoPixel connector down there? All right. Thanks for watching. May the Force be with you.